For all there is to know about the Senior Circuit Breaker Tax Credit, here's Rebecca Bannasch, the Money Matter Program Coordinator for Community Action Pioneer Valley.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Bannasch. I'm the Money Matters Coordinator at Community Action Pioneer Valley. So excited to be here to talk to you guys today about VITA tax clinics and the Senior Circuit Breaker Credit. So we have our first question. Why don't you let me know what you're wondering about?
How do I know if I am eligible?
That is a great question. So the Senior Circuit Breaker Credit is a Massachusetts state tax credit, and it's designed to reduce housing costs for seniors. In tax year 23, the credit is going to be worth up to $2,400. So eligibility is based on a couple of things. You have to be a Massachusetts resident over 65, and your gross income can't exceed $64,000 for single individuals. Married couples, the limit's a bit higher, $96,000. So if those two things apply to you, the next criteria is that you are housing burdened. And so for a homeowner, that means that your property taxes plus half of your water and sewer payments have to exceed 10% of your total income. If you're a renter, 25% of your annual rent must exceed 10% of your income. So I'm going to put some numbers to those numbers. If you are making $30,000 a year, then your property taxes and half of your sewer payments would need to exceed $3,000 for you to be eligible for the credit if you're a senior. If you're making $30,000 a year, you're a senior, you're a renter. If your rent is more than $1,000 a month, then you would qualify. But again, it's dependent on your income and your housing costs. Any other questions?
Yes. How do I get the Senior Circuit Breaker credit?
I love answering that. So to get the credit, you need to file a state tax return. Oftentimes, seniors stop filing returns because they aren't required to anymore, but that means that you could really be missing out, and sometimes on a significant amount of money. So you want to make sure that you file a tax return this year particularly because they raised the amount of the credit. So you want to make sure you file a tax return to get that money that you're owed. There are lots of ways to file for free. You should never have to pay to file your taxes. The IRS has online free file options, so you can go to their website and find out ways to file online for free. But you can also get in-person tax help from a VITA clinic. So VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. And in our area, Community Action Pioneer Valley runs the VITA clinics. So you would come, bring your big stack of documents, come in person, sit down with an IRS certified volunteer, and they'll walk you through the whole process to make sure you get that Senior Circuit Breaker credit if you're eligible. Any other questions?
Yes. What information do I need when I file?
Great question. So when you're getting ready to file the Senior Circuit Breaker credit, you want to make sure you have all of your tax documents handy. So that includes any W-2s, 1099s, or healthcare forms. Again, you are filing a tax return in order to get this credit. But you'll also need information about your housing costs. So if you're a homeowner, you'll need documents showing the total property taxes you paid for 2023, the assessed value of your home, and any water and sewer payments that you made. So you can have that by keeping track of your property tax bills. You can just bring those into your tax appointment. But if you lost track of them, or maybe you're filing for a few years, just call the assessor's office. They'll be able to help you get all of those documents and information. If you're a renter, it's a little bit easier. So you need the total amount of rent that you paid in, for instance, if you're filing for 2023, total amount of rent you paid for 2023, as well as your landlord's name and address. But that's all you need if you're a renter.
Can I get help to apply?
Yeah, so you can definitely get help. So when you come to a tax clinic, what you do is you give us your documents and we'll do all of the paperwork for you. So we'll walk you through the whole process, make sure you're eligible, and then help you submit that tax return. And that's how you'll get that money, is as a refund at the end of whenever you file.
I did not know about this last year. Is it too late to get the credit?
No, it's not too late. So if you missed out, you can actually file for the last 3 years without any penalty for filing late. The tricky part is usually tracking down all of those documents and from the previous years and getting everything aligned. But after that, come to Community Action. We can help you file for free. So if you filed for the last 3 years, so 21, 22, and 23, and you were getting the full amount of the credit for those years, you would be getting $4,770. So that's a pretty significant chunk of money at once that is yours to use how you will, whether you want to, work on your house, need to pay some bills, repair your car. That money is available to you from the state, and you want to make sure that you're getting it. So thank you, everyone, for asking questions today, for having me. You can learn more about filing taxes at Community Action at www.communityaction.us/taxes, and we'd love to work with you this tax season.